Hello.
Hello. Okay, we're gonna make, oh shoot, I should have brought it. We're gonna make the bigger version of this little guy. So I made this with the 10-inch circle. And I didn't tack this together. You could tack these end pieces together if you wanted to, or put a button there or something, but I didn't. And this has just got batting in it. Now we're gonna make a double size one. So this is a 20-inch one. I put soft and stable in this one because this big you're gonna wanna have a little bit more oomph to it. I measured the center of my piece. This is a 22-inch square of fabric. This will be my innards. This is my outside, and this is my soft and stable. So I did a 22-inch square. I measured and found the center of it, and then I stuck a pin in there and used my pen on a string and went to draw a 20-inch circle. So I had a pen on 10 inches of string and then just went around.
How clever.
How clever. I made a tablecloth that way out of, what is that stuff? The vinyl coated stuff. I made a tablecloth that way. Okay. Cool. So now we have, that way I didn't actually do the full circle with that. I folded my fabric in quarters and just marked a quarter and then cut the quarter.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm cutting out my circle. And I have all of my pieces are pinned together. And I do have to say, when we were up at the Great Wisconsin Quilt Show, the Kai scissor booth was right behind us. And they were selling nail clippers and everything else in that booth. And I was tempted to go over there and see what they had. We were busy enough, I didn't get the chance to do it, but I have to say these scissors are really nice. These were that gift set that we had for Stuff My Something or Other.
Yes.
And they came with 3 different pairs, and these are nice. These are very nice. Okay, so I have my circle cut out. So I didn't trim on the right line.
Oops.
Yeah. Oopsies. Okay. All right. So I have my circle, and then I have my 2 pieces. So I've got my line through, so I know where my centers are, and I have my 2 ends. The key to get this to come out like this is that the cutout you make has to be the same width and the same height. So I am going to take, that one I did a 2.5, so we're gonna do a 5 on this one and see how that comes out, because this is twice the size of that. So we're gonna do a 5-inch. Do I have a 5-inch ruler?
I don't see one.
Well, that's okay, because if I have this one, I can do 2.5 on one side and 2.5 on the other.
Yes, you can.
Where is my marker? There it is. Okay, so we're gonna do a 5-inch cutout on this one, which means I'm gonna go 2.5 inches to the right of my center line and 2.5 inches to the left. And then I'm gonna go 5 inches in. So I'm gonna go right to there. Like so. And then I'm gonna find that center line again. Like so. And then I'm gonna turn it around.
It's kind of hard to see, but it is there.
Oh, you can't see it?
It's blue on blue.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go, let me try to make it darker.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Okay, so I got my 5-inch line down here, and I'm 2.5 inches off the center line. And that's gonna give me a 5" by 5". You see that?
Square.
Okay, so I am gonna cut this out. Just like so. And then I'm gonna cut the other one out. I'll move this pin up because otherwise it's gonna be in the piece I'm cutting out. Okay. Oops. Okay. So now I've got this out.
Kind of looks like an anchor, maybe.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, and I'm going to come over here, and I already have my binding is already cut out. So this is 2.5" with the fabric binding. And I cut 2 pieces, and it's already folded in half like it's supposed to be.
2.5, you said?
2.5.
Okay.
I did 2 1/4 on the smaller one, just because. But I got 2.5 on this one. And I'm on the front side. And I'm gonna sew this all the way around.
Did you make bias binding?
I did not. You could, but I did not.
It's a gentle curve. I don't think it would be necessary.
Yeah, I don't really think. I didn't, even on the small piece, I didn't have bias binding and it was fine. Okay, so this was another one of those deals from a company on Facebook that was selling templates to do this. So they had a small, medium, and a large acrylic template. And I think the small one was $12 and the medium one was like $18 and the large was, I think, $26. Which is a lot of money to spend for a circle.
Yes.
With a cutout. So
Lisa MacGyvered it.
I MacGyvered it because there is no reason for you to be buying plastic templates from some place that's not even going to send you a usable pattern to go with them. And that's typically what happens when you order from those sponsored Facebook posts that have weird names on them. And you look to see who they're, if you click on the page and go see where they're managed from, it's typically like, you know,
Taiwan.
Pakistan or Taiwan or Indonesia or somewhere that they're, China, Turkey. A lot of them are out of Turkey. And it's about getting you to pay for all that plastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got my binding strips on the 2 rounded ends. And I'm gonna go over here on my little ironing table. By the way, if you're not familiar with our little ironing table, we have sold so many of these and shipped so many of these out to people. These are made by Tracy's Tables from Wisconsin. Solid wood. It is collapsible. It has wheels to pull it if you want to take it to retreat or if you want to just put it away when you're not using it. It's got wheels so you can roll it around without having to pick it up, which is nice. But it's a nice surface. It really is a nice surface. I love this. I love this, I love this. And we have sold a ton of these.
And it works way better than the tray table I have at home.
Oh, goodness, yes. Yes, this is much sturdier, much sturdier. I mean, look at the
Yeah, solid wood.
Yeah, solid. These are, I was talking about those Kai scissors. These are the 3 scissors that came in that set.
Oh, excuse me.
Love these. Love these. I keep these here for thread snips. Absolutely love these. Okay, I am going to use my stitch in the ditch foot to stitch this binding down. Okay, and you could go through and clip this all the way around if you wanted to. I'm just going to fold it over as I go because I live dangerously.
Yes, she does.
Okay, so I am using my stitch in the ditch foot, and the blade on that stitch in the ditch foot is just right in that seam. And I fold my binding over so that the innards are right up against that binding. So there's no dead space in my binding. It's wrapped firmly around. And since I did 2.5 inch, that means I'm going to catch all that on the back.
But you could use those cute little clips.
You could use my Wonder Clips, which were in that thing on the other table.
Right.
Yeah, you could Wonder Clip this all the way around. Again, I'm living dangerously.
Typical Lisa.
Life in the fast lane, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this has obviously got substantially more body to it than the one that we made earlier today with the batting in it, which would have been on our 10-inch circle. Show them the cakes thing.
Yes, we used this little cake plate.
Just in the Wilton cake aisle.
Yep. But you could use the cardboard from a pizza. Go to your
Dinner plate.
local, yeah,
Most dinner plates
dinner
are
plate,
10
close,
inches.
yeah. Or you could do like Lisa did with the string and the pencil.
Yeah. Okay. So there's my binding is all sewn on. Now I have to do it to the other side. And again, I'm wrapping it so that this is flush up against the soft and stable. And then running that blade right in that seam. And then you're not messing around with having to hand stitch binding down. Because why would you want to do that?
Some people like Frances love to do that.
She's crazy.
Uh-huh.
So, ooh, that,
Shifted.
yeah, that shifted. What would you do with these? Once you get them made, what are you going to do with these? So, the bigger one, somebody was saying you could use it as a napkin holder, you know, on your kitchen counter, I guess. Or you could use it, the little one we had, I put my Wonder Clips in. You could put candy in it for a little hostess gift if you were going to somebody's house for Christmas or anything else, Halloween, whatever. I mean, there's a lot of different uses for just a little basket. You could put it on your table as you walk in the door, and you can put your keys on it. There's a ton of different things you could do with these little baskets. They're just cute, and they make up pretty quick. So, just a fun thing. Okay. So, I'm bound on both sides of my circular portion. And here's why it was important to make sure that this is 5 inches and this is 5 inches, because now I'm going to take this and fold this in right sides or the outsides together like that. And then I'm going to fold this like that. And I need to make sure that all of my pieces are lined up. I might want some of my Wonder Clips.
Want me
for
to grab
this.
them?
Yes, please.
Taking a little trip. That's a cute little basket we did this morning with the Wonder Clips in them.
Yeah, and this has got so many layers of soft and stable in it that I know it is going to,
Be a little difficult.
it's going to shift on me if I don't. Okay. All right, so I have these folded over like that, and I'm coming, oops, not on that photo.
And that is the inside on the outside.
Correct. I have the inside on the outside. What did I do with my other foot? There it is. Now we're going to go to 97 and close. Okay. And now I'm actually going to do a 3/8 inch seam just to make sure I got everything caught. Because I don't want anything shifting on me on this.
And we don't sew over pins or clips.
No.
It's bad. Very bad.
Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. Have that binding off even. All right. Take these pins out. I don't need these anymore. This pen that I used was the Styla pen, and it is water removable, so I can just get that wet and that'll come out. Okay, I'm gonna fold this in and fold this in, and I'm making sure that my layers are all even. And again, I'm going to do a 3/8 inch seam allowance just to make sure that if anything shifts, I get it all. Okay. All right, and then I have my 2 leftover pieces of batting here.
Binding.
Binding here that I'm going to go ahead and cover those seams. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. I just folded my raw edges under.
But this will be on the inside.
This is
it
on the
just makes it
inside.
look prettier.
And you're not going to have raw edges sticking out in case you want this for,
A gift.
Yeah, a gift. It would be nice to just have a little more finished look to it on the inside. So I cut that. I'm going to turn those raw edges in so I have no raw edges showing out. And if I can get that to fold, there we go. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to flip that over and sew it on like I just did. So then you're going to get this nice finished look on the inside. And I'm stitching through all of it right now.
That's because you're using a Bernina.
Yes, I am.
Workhorses.
Yes, they are.
Even the older models.
Yeah, this is the 8. I like my 880. I mean, a lot of people struggle with this because it operates differently from other machines, so you do have to adjust.
We have to learn to use it.
You have to learn to use it. Oop, I didn't catch that. I did not catch that. Okay, don't do what I just did. I didn't catch that. I didn't have it turned all the way under. So don't do that. But that's okay, I'll just do it again.
See, even Lisa makes mistakes.
You know, I was just telling people, if you don't make mistakes, you've never tried anything new. You're never going to get better. You're never going to learn things if you don't try something new. And you try something new, you're going to make mistakes, period. End of
But that's
story.
how we learned. We didn't walk the first time we stood up.
That's pretty much right, yeah.
And
Okay,
you have
see
to
how that
learn-
just looks nicer?
Yes.
For the inside. Okay, then we're going to go over here. We'll do the same thing over here. Yeah, I make mistakes every day. all day long.
But the point is, do you learn from them?
Very rarely.
Right.
You know what I don't learn is not to set my phone down somewhere and then go, where did I put my phone? Every 20 minutes.
We need to get you one of those tags for your phone.
I need a bell.
Mom is the same with hers. Her phone, her glasses, and her keys. All three of those things disappear regularly.
I never lose my keys because they go immediately into my purse. They don't ever go anywhere else. I get home, my keys go on my purse goes in the same spot every night.
She's even got one of those big carabiner hooks on her keys.
Yeah.
That she usually hooks on her belt loop. And she can still lose them.
And see, I would not be able to keep track of them if I did that. That's why they go in my purse. It's the only place they ever go. I don't clip them anywhere. I don't do anything. They go in my purse.
Well, I usually leave mine in my pocket, and then when I get home at night, I put them in my purse.
Okay. And this time I'll make sure. I will learn something from the last one. I'm going to make sure I have that pulled all the way under. Here we go. I'm learning something.
I bet it hurt.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. And trim your hairs as you go. Then you don't get it done and you have all these little pokety things everywhere. So just get in there and trim off all these little extra pieces as you go. It makes it neater. Okay, when you get this done,
Flip it.
come in here and flip it out. Flip it good. Okay. And this one I'm going to say is going to almost have to have a tack stitch done. Right
Yeah, probably.
here.
Or a button.
Oh, a button would be cute. Yeah. So we don't have a button right here, so I will just pin it. Squish this so that I have my edges. Kind of squish this so I have my edges.
I hear a vacuum.
Yeah, Sue's at it again.
Bless her heart. She loves to do it.
Okay. So there you go. There's the big one.
How tall and wide?
I will tell you that. It is 11 inches wide, 8 inches tall, and 6 inches deep.
That's a nice size.
Yeah.
You could put your napkins in it. You could probably even put paper plates in it.
I mean, this is actually kind of big for napkins.
Yeah,
So
but
this
paper
was the
plates would be
10
good.
inch. I'm sorry. This is the 20 inch. This is the 10 inch.
So something in between
So
might
that-
be better
yeah,
for the napkins.
Your 15 inch would probably be better for your napkins. But you're going to do the exact same thing I just did.
Mm-hmm. Process is the same.
Process is exactly the same. On the 15 inch, so on the 10 inch one, I took, maybe I would do a tack stitch on this one too, just for the heck of it. Just right there. So on the 10 inch, I did a 2.5 inch cutout. On the 20 inch, I did a 5 inch cutout. So on the 15 inch, I would probably split the difference and do maybe a 3.5 inch.
Mm-hmm.
3.5 inch cutout, or maybe 4. No, 3.5. I would do a 3.5 inch cutout on the 15 inch, which would probably be a really good size for napkins, for whoever was thinking about making this for a napkin holder. But that's the difference. So this one is twice as big as this one. There we go. I didn't quite have that squished in. Okay, this one is twice the size of that one. That's a 20-inch circle. That's a 10-inch circle. You can see the difference between the two.
Good job.
15-inch should be halfway in between. Don't buy the templates for $26 for that size, and I think this one was $12. Don't buy the templates for that. The medium one was like $18. You don't need the templates. Just make a circle. Make a circle. Measure the center marks, take the bite out, and then make it. I think it's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one more down.
Thank you. Bye.